This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
You're listening to Sunday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
Bit higher. Yes, that's better.
Oh, found you at last.
Mum!
I've been looking all over. Why aren't you answering your phone?
Because I'm busy.
Well, not too busy for lunch, I hope. You're looking very nice.
Thank you.
No, I mean, especially nice. Actually, rather OTT for the camping office, if you ask me.
Oh, I thought I wouldn't be interrupted here.
Well, I need to pick your brains, Phoebe. You remember my friend Burdock from my travelling days?
No.
Of course you do. Dreads, nose ring, only wears natural fibres.
Oh, well, that really narrows it down.
Well, he's organising a conference, Gaia and Grace, the way forward for a damaged planet. And I'm planning to go, obviously.
Obviously.
But I'm meeting him this week to talk about getting publicity for Spiritual Home while I'm there. And I thought my clever daughter is bound to be able to come up with lots of angles.
Maybe, Mum.
And where better than over a lovely meal?
But not now.
Why not? The camping isn't even open.
I know.
Have you got a Zoom call? Is that why your laptop's on those books?
Yes, and it's due to start in 2 minutes. You can't be here, Mum.
On a Sunday, too. Well, it's obviously very important, especially as you've glammed up for it. What's going on?
If I tell you, will you go?
We can still have lunch, can't we?
If we really must.
Brilliant. So?
I'm doing an interview with a journalist.
Who for?
Oh, she's freelance and very busy. Today was the only day she could do.
Well, that wasn't so difficult, was it?
Will you leave now, please?
What about our lunch?
You can pick me up later.
All right.
But not a minute before 1:30.
Adam's become a swinger.
No. A swing.
A swing?
It's a theatrical term, apparently.
Oh, that hardly makes it better, Brad.
Which just means he'll be available to Bridge Farm as a general-purpose stand-in.
General purpose?
Crop picking, milking. He's already helped out in the dairy.
Oh, so not management, then?
Well, I'm sure he'd be available for that level of work, if needed, but it's mainly, more basic tasks.
Oh, I see. Adam is all right, is he?
What do you mean?
Well, he's short time working for, what's his name, the hairdresser who wants to play at farming.
Christian Lancer Boyd.
It sounds like it was quite traumatic. Adam hasn't had some sort of breakdown, has he?
Certainly not.
Oh, it's hardly going to look good on his CV. Flunks his first management job outside the family, so he falls back on skivvying for his cousins.
That's not how I'd characterise it at all.
Really? How would you characterise it, Brian?
Well, he's using it as an opportunity to get back to the nitty-gritty of farming. Reconnect with the basics. And it does fit very well around childcare for Xander.
Oh, if you say so. But if he wants my advice, this sounds like a blind alley, which in the long run could be very damaging to his career.
Well, thank you, Justin. I'll be sure to acquaint him with your opinion. Anyway, I thought it was Barrow you wanted to talk about, not Adam.
Yes. No, there seems no end in sight for this blessed crisis in the abattoirs.
Not at the moment, no.
Our margins per unit have gone right down.
I understand your concerns, Justin. It's far from ideal at the moment. But we need to look beyond the short term.
Well, I'm told lots of pig farmers are selling up.
Well, perhaps they're not as efficient as us. Things will balance out in due course.
Can we wait that long, though, Brian?
Sorry, can I interrupt?
Oh, of course.
How do, Justin?
Good afternoon.
No, Martha?
No, Mum and Dad have taken her out. Told me to have a relaxing afternoon at the pub.
Excellent advice, Chris.
Yeah, it's just that when I was unpacking earlier, I found I still had the keys to the shed.
At the nest, you mean?
Yeah, I was going to pop them round, but...
It looks like we've saved you a journey.
Yeah, exactly. Great, thanks.
Have you settled in all right at the flat?
Yeah, well, lots of boxes still to unpack. And
Well, there's plenty of time for that, isn't there?
yeah, guess so.
You just make the most of your afternoon.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave you to it then.
Enjoy yourself.
All right, thank you.
So, as I was saying, rather than continuing hemorrhaging money, shouldn't we
Actually,
be...
Justin, would you excuse me for a minute?
I'm sorry.
I can't just leave it like that.
Oh.
Chris, may I join you for a moment?
Is there a problem?
No, not at all. Can I get you another pint?
No, you're all right. There's plenty of mileage left in this one.
You sure?
Honestly, Brian, I'm happy with this.
You feeling okay?
I have been known to turn down a drink.
No, I don't mean that. You just seem a little under the weather.
Haven't been feeling too clever, if I'm honest. It's probably just a move.
Well, it's a lot to do, isn't it? And you know, I mean, the emotional upheaval too.
Oh, I'll be fine.
Of course you will. Chris, I just wanted to say how sorry I am that things have turned out this way.
You're not the only one.
No. I mean, when you and Alice first got together, it came a little out of the blue. And when the two of you announced you'd got married in Las Vegas, well, you could have knocked me down with a feather.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Because as I grew to know you, I came to realize what a sterling chap you are.
Thank you.
I'm going to miss you from the family very much, and I know Jenny feels the same way.
That's really nice of you. But it's not like we'll never have any contact with Martha.
No, indeed, no, which is good. But I wanted to say how grateful I am for everything you've done to support Alice.
I just tried to do what I thought was right.
Well, to your absolute credit. And I know how difficult and stressful things have been. But I'm so pleased that you and Alice have remained civil. I hope that'll continue, for all our sakes.
You don't just mean personally, do
Well-
you? You're thinking financially too.
Well, finances are inevitably an issue when a marriage breaks up. But my main concern is for you and Alice as people.
I'm sure we can sort all that out, the money stuff.
I do hope so.
Don't want any friction.
Well, that's very good to hear.
I just want to start again with Martha.
You haven't forgotten, have you? Phoebe, do you have to keep looking at your phone?
Sorry. Forgotten what?
It's Roy's birthday on Wednesday.
Wednesday. I know.
Well, it's not like it's a big one. 43.
44.
Whatever. But I know he'd like it if you remembered.
Of course I've remembered. I've already bought his card and present.
Oh. What have you got him?
A sweater. And I'm going to cook a meal for him.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, it's very thoughtful of you. I'm sure he'll enjoy it.
What?
Oh, I was just thinking how much I'd have liked to cook a meal for Nolitando.
For her 21st.
Yeah, I so wish I could have been there. 21. It's a real milestone, isn't it?
Yeah.
I miss her all the time. And Sipo, of course, but those big occasions are when I really feel the distance between us.
I know it's hard.
It's just as well I've got you, isn't it? It means everything to me that we live so close.
Mum.
And the fact that we're able to tell each other anything, it really does help. Talking online just isn't the same.
No.
So, how did it go? Your call?
Yeah, good.
What publication is it going to be in? Or will it be on a website?
Yes, possibly. One or the other. It depends who she can sell it to. But you know, a lot of it was background. It might not actually mention rewilding Ambridge.
Come on, Phoebe, you don't fool me.
What do you mean?
You wouldn't get dressed up like that for a media interview. Not about rewilding. You'd wear more country things.
It was
You've got your eye on someone, haven't you?
What? No.
Who is he? Or she? You know I'd be perfectly happy either way.
No, Mum, you've got it wrong. It's not... Oh. I've got to take this.
Don't mind me.
Hey, Salil. Yeah, can you just give me a second?
I see you were talking to David.
Yes.
He seems to be walking more easily. After the car accident, I mean.
Waiting for a physio appointment, apparently.
Well, I'm sorry to abandon you, Justin.
Oh, it meant I heard all about his cow's dislocated hip. Wouldn't have missed that for the world. Her calf is safe. So there is much rejoicing at Brookfield.
Oh, lemon drizzle all round.
Just so. Everything okay with Chris?
Yes, yeah. I'm very pleased I spoke to him, actually. Looks like he's not planning to cut up rough with the divorce.
Oh, he says that now.
Yes, I know.
Once they get to the nitty-gritty, these things can turn very nasty, despite the best of intentions.
Well, I'm aware of that, but at least we're starting from a positive place.
Anyway, Barrow.
Yes.
Davy's relieved that Brookfield no longer has pigs.
You talked about it with him.
Only in very general terms. He's certainly given me some food for thought.
After all that investment?
Oh, don't get trapped by the sunk cost fallacy, Brown. The past is the past, whether ancient or recent. You mustn't be afraid to react to circumstances.
Perhaps, yeah, but not in a knee-jerk way.
Well, I mean, take the stables.
What about it?
Well, at its heart, it can be a sound enterprise, but it needed a good kick up the backside.
And an injection of capital, which you'll want to return on.
Well, naturally.
Just as we want to return on all the capital invested in Barrow.
But maybe we've been overtaken by events there. Perhaps intensive pig farming in this country has had its day.
I don't think so, no. We always used to talk about the pig cycle.
Pig cycle? Sounds like something you see at a circus.
It's simple supply and demand, really. Things balance out over time. We just need to hold our nerve and farm as well as we can. Meanwhile, the less efficient operations drop out of the picture. The market rights itself and we'll be making money again. Keep the faith, Justin.
So, Salil then?
What?
Is that the Salil who you went to uni with?
Were you eavesdropping?
No, not at all. I just heard you mention his name when you took the call. Is it the same guy?
So what if it was? I can speak to an old friend, can't I?
Of course you can, darling. I always liked Salil, you know. So charming and very good looking, wouldn't you say? It's him, isn't it? He's the one you got all dressed up for. And he's rung you again so quickly. He must be keen. I'm right, aren't I?
I'm sorry, Mum. I can't do this. I have to be somewhere.
Are you two going to meet up? Phoebe, you go with my blessing and don't worry about the Gaia conference.
I wasn't.
I'm sure I can come up with some ideas myself.
Thank you for the lunch.
You're very welcome. And I'm very pleased for you. It's about time you found someone.
Honestly, Mum, it's not like that. It's... Sorry, I've got to go.